Oh my god, my belly looks so fat in this, but I don't want to go upstairs to change to wake up the baby. I might have to put a pillow. Cool. Hi guys, my name is Janelle Daniels. Welcome to my channel. Finally, we're here. And today I want to talk about the Spec Nation drama, the Spec Nation debacle, the Spec Nation tea, the Spec Nation scandal, the Scam Nation scandal. I just really want to give my opinion on it, to be honest, because people are so outraged and so bothered about it. And to me, I'm not too bothered. Like, the only thing that's so exciting about this story to me is the fact that it's happening in the UK and it's happening on such a large scale. But to me, some of the elements that are involved in this story, I've seen before, and I think it really does relate to issues that we have in the black church and the black community in general. Maybe not the black church per se, because we can't forget the Catholic Church, but you know, just in religious settings in general, it's a problem, you know. But I'm just going to talk about my experience because I'm a black ass bitch and I've been to black churches only, so I can only comment on what I've seen, okay? Spec Nation, for those who don't know, it's a church in London. I don't think it even has its own fucking building, but they swear they're housing people. They have trap houses. It's a church. It's a fairly new church, I think, in this country at least. I don't know, apparently it's international, but I've never heard of it, honey. I've never heard of a Spac. My mum hasn't heard of a Spac. My dad hasn't heard of a Spac. My grandma hasn't heard of a Spac. And my granddad hasn't heard of a Spac. So, I don't know, apparently it's international, that's what I've heard. But I don't know about that. I can't attest to that. Anyways, Spec Nation is a church in London. Apparently it's a predominantly youth church. That's what I got told when I first heard of Spec Nation. When I first heard of Spec Nation was actually a couple years ago when I was in uni, maybe 2015, 2016, I don't know. And I noticed that a lot of people that I know from uni or going to the church, like I would see on Snapchat, that they would be like, oh, like as if this church had changed their whole entire motherfucking life. I mean, it probably did. It'll probably put you in debt, probably made that credit, you know. But anyways, I noticed a lot of people going to the church and I really wanted to go because I was someone who was quite put off churches for a number of years. Like I just, churches were cancelled, in my opinion, obviously due to the reasons why a lot of people probably wouldn't go to church that used to go. A lot of shit goes down in the black church, you know, and it can really deter people from God and going to a house of worship. So that's how I felt, to be honest with you. Like, I felt like I felt like I could praise God in my house, which is true, but when you're in a church, it gives you more motivation to learn the word of God and, you know, to keep on track, I guess. So it is good to go to church, but that's why I wanted to go. I mean, it looked like, because it was a youth church, all the norms and values that all the aunties and the uncles have like kind of installed in most black churches might not be present in a predominantly youth church, but I guess I was wrong. And so when I wanted to go, it was fine. There was no fraud. I didn't hear anything about fraud. I didn't hear any scandal. It just looked like a church that was really geared to helping young people. And I thought it was a really good idea. So I was like, I want to go, I want to better myself, I want to be a better person. And on top of that, everyone that was going would always promote how much they were better, not just mentally and emotionally, but financially. That was the main thing I noticed. And even before Spac Nation, I have gone to churches where the sermon would be geared towards finances. People want to fast and pray for finances, which I understand. Being economically well off, yeah, is a very, very vital part of life in the day that in the age that we live in. We live in a capitalist society, so money matters, money talks. Do you know what I mean? So I understand using using money to attract people. Do you know what I mean? Some churches, they're asking you for money, they're not giving you shit. They won't even give you a piece of advice. They won't even refer you to a job advert. If you're homeless, you're homeless. Do you know what I mean? But so I thought that, you know, them talking about, oh, Spac helped me get this job, and, you know, if you need a job, come to Spac. I thought that was a really, like, a good thing. It was that, you know, it's actually very proactive in our community, that we don't have community leaders that are really doing a lot for our success. You know, people killing each other on these streets, people doing all this nonsense. I didn't think that, you know, that it was a bad thing using finance to kind of lure us in. Fucking hell, I want some fucking money, bitch. I want some money. I want some of that money. I want to be rich too. I want to be pushing, you know, a German too, baby, okay? I want to be a homeowner, you know, before the age of 30, like some of these people were advertising. I want to do all these things, so I thought, why not? But obviously I didn't go because I'm lazy and I live in Essex. I am not going all the way to South London or wherever it is just to pray for a couple of hours. I sound like such a bitch saying that, but I'm just being real. A lot of people won't. Do you know what I mean? That it is what it is. I'm not gonna travel all that way just to pray for a church that I don't even know if it's good or if it's real. So I thought, let me just wait. Maybe one day if I'm in the area I will go. If not, I won't. You know, just like I haven't been for the past couple of years. Later, as the church started to gain more popularity, a lot of stories started to come out about it. I started to hear it was a cult, which kind of made sense because over time I would see that financial interest, that money was just coming more and more out of the people that were going. And then I just saw they did a complete U-turn, and which I understand that when you give your life to Christ, you're not supposed to be the same person you was before. But it just kind of seemed very toxic. It kind of seemed like they were very antisocial in terms of they weren't around the same people they were with before. Like, they weren't, I don't know, it did seem quite cult-like, so I could understand. And since then, a lot more allegations have come out. Leaders of the church sleeping with each other, getting each other pregnant, having abortions, adultery, scams, asking young kids to take out loans, putting them in 5k, 10k debt before they've even really started life, to be honest with you. Honestly, there's just been so much going on. What else? Abuse, you know, apparently videos have been circulating of a pastor hitting one of the attendees. I don't get it. One of the members of Spec Nation apparently getting beat up. And then, you know, it's always kind of been a whispering thing. Not a whispering things, it's just like a common known thing in the community, I guess. It's like Spec Nation's a cult, or you go to that cult kind of thing. But not to the extent where it's like, unless you know someone that goes to Spac, it wasn't to the extent where it's like, definitely this is a cult, and if you're going there, you are bad. You are mad. There is something wrong with you. One of their members, TK, who was apparently a part of a rap group. Yes, a rap group, a drill rap group at that, that was started in the church. TK, who left the church for some reason. He got into a dispute with the leader of the church, Pastor Toby, and he left the church and he started to expose everyone. He started spilling all the tea, honey. He'd be on Instagram live giving me life. Like, he is like the Wendy Williams for Spec Nation. Like, he's got all the receipts. He's releasing bloody audios and screenshots. He's interviewing past members. He done made a music video, child. Like, he is literally giving me life on Instagram. It's hilarious, right? And obviously because he was so close, like, you know, he's one of those people where you see and just associate with Spac. Is it Spec Nation or Spac? Yeah, Spec National. Spec National. He's one of those people that you associate with Spec Nation. So I just assumed that, people just assumed that he wasn't ever going to leave. So when he left, it was a bit of a shock, and everyone knew that all the things he was saying were true. So now it's a thing. Everyone's like, oh my God, these people, they're brainwashing young children. People are starving in these trap houses that they keep on housing these young kids in. People are sharing clothes. People are getting pregnant and getting pressured to have abortions. So many allegations come out, and it is disgusting, to the point that now they are being investigated for fraud. Good for you. But what I really wanted to say is, I'm not sure all of this is new. This is something, to me, this is something that has happened before. Maybe not on the scale, let's take the fraud out of it and take the loans and the 5k and the 4k debt. But really on the premise that these churches, they just use it as a shield to say, look, I'm a good person, I'm doing good. Just so they can, from Monday to Saturday, do whatever the fuck they want and be the most evil people in the world. I'm so sorry about it, but I am genuinely scared of born again Christians a lot of the time. Not all the time, because obviously I have born again Christians. I'm Nigerian, I'm a Yoruba girl in fact, you know, so of course I have like born again Christians in my life, and I'm very close to a lot of people that are born again Christians. Hell, maybe one day I'll consider myself a born again Christian, you never know. But it's more of, and I am working on my relationship with God, don't get me wrong. I just don't like to lie and make and be like, oh yeah, like, da 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 da. Like, you see me, you know me if you know me. I swear like a sailor, I do what I want, and I really don't care what anyone has to say about it. So I'm not going to pretend I'm a born again Christian. But what I don't like about a lot of born again Christians, especially like ones that I don't know, like when I'm getting to know them, is they kind of use the Bible and, you know, their religion to disguise things that they're doing themselves. We will be doing the same thing, and the only difference is you use the Bible and you go into church as a disguise. And not only disguise, because that's your business. If you wanna go to church on Sunday, yeah, and you want to be a drug dealer Monday to Saturday, that's your business. If you want to go to church on Sunday and you want to be doing lineups from Monday to Saturday, that's your business. If you want to go to church on Sunday and then from Monday to Friday you're an escort, and then on Saturday you do night vigil, and then on Sunday you go to Sunday service, that's your business. But what I don't like is the judgment. A lot of people who are religious in general love to look down on people who are living their lives and doing their things and living in their truth. And doing things that if you are not doing today, you used to do, or you probably will do because you're a human being. Most black churches that I've been to, they're all fucking each other. Let's be real. At the end of the day, a lot of you people that are talking, your dad is a Pastor Toby. Your dad is a Pastor Toby. I'm sorry. Your dad is a Pastor Toby. Your mum is a Pastor Jade. Yeah? Your mums are one of these pastors that are busting it open. They're even still doing it today. These are even youth that we can forgive. I'm not being funny, but they probably can grow up and change. A lot of you people, I'm not even going to say any names or anything, but a lot of you people your parents are still doing it today as we speak, and you're online going, and these people at Spec Nation, we need to go to jail. How can you say, okay, forget the jail part, they do need to go to jail, lock them up, they need to go to jail, period. But it's more of, how can you say you're a man of God and da da da? How can you say you're a man of God and da 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 da? A lot of your pastors that you go to are doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. They're impregnating young girls. How many times have you heard? It's not a new concept. It's not a new concept that these people have masks. It's not a new concept that you shouldn't put all your faith into a church and hope that this church is perfect. All these people, I'm really believing what they're saying. These people are perfect. No, they're not. Do you know what I mean? No, they're not. I feel like Spac Nation is a microcosm for what is going on in the outside world, for what is going on in most churches. You can't put a group of people somewhere and expect them all to be one way. And you can't put a group of people somewhere and expect them all to behave. They just won't. I'm not condoning what they're doing. What they're doing is very bad. What they're doing is disgusting. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest, because that's just how I look at people. A lot of people that go to church. When people go to church, I just look up at them girls. No, them finger girls. Them finger girls, they'll say, oh, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin. But they've given about, they love getting finger. They love getting finger. They've done lineups, not lineups of Coke, baby. Not lineups of Coke, baby, the other kind, if you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All my life, I will meet these girls who, the Lord this and Jesus this and church on a Sunday, but they will go to church now. And the reason why they're so enthusiastic to go to church is because it's giving them the social means that they probably would never get outside. It's giving them the importance that they will probably never get on the outside world. It's giving them like, look at the pastors in the church. Everyone there is a pastor. It's giving them the importance that they would never even have. Even those hope dealers, who knows if they're even about the life that they were talking, if they were even ex-gang members in the first place. Apparently they were. Apparently a lot of them have been to jail. That's another thing I don't understand. How can you have a church of people who have all been to jail? Now, I'm not being funny. Obviously, the church is for people who need fixing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying everyone that goes to church should be perfect, but god damn, your whole all your members have a record, baby. All your record. One of the pastors there, honey, she's got arrested in another country. What kind of suffer is that? What kind of suffer is that? I've never ever heard of something like that in my life. A pastor that's been arrested in another country. She even pretended to be I don't even know. She even pretended to be someone's cause she even preyed on someone who has a Down syndrome child or sister or something like that. Imagine. So not even small, you know how, let's leave the boys here that are stabbing people and all of that. Yeah, I know it's bad, murder. I'm not saying murder, but these, you know, the dumb youth of today. But you're actually a professional criminal. Like, you've actually been arrested. You've been in jails in different countries. So you know the struggle of life. God knows what kind of stress she's seen in her life to put herself through that. She even went on telly and lied and said that anyways, what I'm trying to say is I'm really not shocked at all of this. I think it's quite hilarious. I think it's quite juicy, to be very honest with you. I'm not surprised at all. A lot of you people in church, you love to make. A lot of you people are laughing. You're doing the same damn thing. You do the same damn thing. You use God's name in vain. Yes, you do. You use God's words to justify the things you do, or to hide the things that you do, or to make yourself feel better, when ultimately you're a shit person and you're even worse than me and everyone else who aren't like you and who don't pretend to be something they're not, and who don't use the church as a means of importance and as a means of value to themselves. At the end of the day, if you've got fixing to do, that's between you and God. You being a pastor is not going to change that. A title is not going to change that. Do you know what I mean? Pretending to speak in tongues is not going to change that. Attending somewhere every Sunday is not going to change that. That's something that starts within you. That's something that you need to change. And that's something that you need to sort out with your maker. That's not something that any PT or anybody can give you. And that's all I really have to say about the situation, to be honest. Chill. I don't know, I feel like this video was all over the place. But I really just wanted to upload. Like, I really wanted to break my YouTube virginity. Yeah. But like, what do you guys want to talk about? Obviously, if I make another video, it will definitely be a lot more structured than this, and I'll probably say a lot more. I'm one of those people that I talk a lot, so I'm more into like, you know, those long videos that I get ready with me while talking about subjects, or just talking about more than one subject at a time. So it'd be nice if you guys commented and liked and shared and told me what exactly you want from me, if anything at all. My hair was done by SBE Collection. Yes. And I will see you on another video.